Yes, my people. Welcome to another edition of the United Front with me, your boy Cowley, and of course, your boy Zayn. What's going on, people? What's going on, Reds? We got a lot to talk about this week. Got a lot to talk about on the show today. We're going to be talking about the upcoming games. We've got 5 tough-looking little run after this international break, moving into the next one. We've got a lot, obviously, to talk about in terms of Cunha. He's injured. The team selection generally for Sunday. The goalkeeper, Senne Lammens, has been signed since we were last live. Zayn, how are you feeling? Talk to me. How are you, bro?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Getting on all right. Chilling, Been hating the international break, man. I can't lie, man. Can't stand this international football. But, just waiting for the weekend, man. Just buzzing for the weekend. How you feeling?
You know what? Like exactly like you, bro. I've run out of things to say that are negative about the international break, bro. I just want it over, man. I'm so done with it, bro.
Yeah.
Like this international break, 3 games into the season is absolutely diabolical. They need to do something about that, man. 100%. It's awful. Like the season barely started. We barely even had a month of football.
I feel like you spend
and it's already a break.
I feel like you spend the whole summer.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I feel like you're waiting the whole summer, just you can't wait for the Prem, can't wait to get stuck back in, you can't wait for all of that. But then, man, straight away after 3 games, you're straight back in. It's sad, man.
It's also right at the end of a transfer window. Like as soon as the transfer window is done, it's an international break. So sometimes you sign people on deadline day, and more time you don't even get to see them play. Like it's jarring. But anyway, speaking of deadline day signings, that's a good place to start. Senne Lammens, right? The Belgian goalkeeper, apparently the Belgian goalkeeping prodigy. Someone who's apparently going to be the next Courtois. Most saves made in Europe's top leagues or whatever.
All of that, man.
All of these nice stats coming out. Listen, we're no Belgian football experts, and to be fair, I haven't had anybody talk about him that pretends to know about him. I have heard a couple of Belgian football experts speak about him. There was a little bit on an athletic podcast I was listening to, and they talked about him being a very good shot stopper. So someone who's almost like how, obviously not in De Gea, but almost in the mold of a keeper like De Gea. He's apparently a good all-round keeper. He's good on both feet, and he's a very, very good shot stopper, I heard. Although the stats say he's apparently claimed loads of crosses, or I think he's claimed the most number of crosses by far in Europe's top 5 leagues. Apparently that's his weak point. Obviously, I haven't seen him, but yeah, what do you think about Sunday? Would you start him or?
Man, I've heard a lot of mixed opinions, a lot of mixed views on who we start. For me, I think this would be the perfect game to start him, and my reason being is that I don't know about you, man, but I slightly fancy us against City. You know what I mean? So when I think we have a decent chance, and it's a big game, so if he can get in that game and we do well, and we can actually get something out of that game, I feel like that would give him the confidence just to hit and run. I know why you're laughing, because
Sorry, yeah,
I know you're laughing at the same
can we
comment.
just address this? His comment is
Honestly, when you were talking before, man, I tried so hard to not laugh, man. I'm telling you, that killed me, that comment.
But Tim Cowley turned on Trump's on sports notifications on football. Honestly, yeah. Let me just address this. You had your boy Cowley, where's your boy gone? Talking obviously about Onana. I'm guessing this is obviously addressing to the what do you call it? My comments about Onana being my one to watch in that earlier in the season. Well, yeah, bro, he's gone now, innit? So I guess I can pick a new one to watch now. But
How you feeling? How does it make you
well,
feel that he's
listen,
gone,
all
man?
jokes aside, yeah, Onana's still a better keeper than Bayende. I still believe that. Like, I'm sorry, like Bayende is dead.
Do you actually? Why are you so sure about that though? Because I think they both stink. But
They both stink.
I don't understand why you're so
100%.
sure that he's better.
Bro,
Huh?
listen, Onana, you don't end up playing for Ajax and ended up playing for Inter in the Champions League final by mistake, innit? He's clearly a good keeper. He just completely lost his way, and he's clearly also mental. But he wasn't able to, he came to United, he tried, he did his thing, it didn't work, he stunk it out, and he's gone now, innit? But he's a better keeper than Bayende, bro. Bayende was Fenerbahce's second keeper when we bought him, bro. I think he wasn't even their first. He wasn't even first choice for in the Turkish league. Bayendir's flopped, and he's at least gone to be first choice in the Turkish league. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think it's even close. I think Onana is a much better keeper than Bayendir. Hopefully, Senne Lammens is better than both of them. So let's get back to the comments. Actually, for a quick second, just before we get back to the topic. Cowley bought the stocks alone, still bankrupt. I hear that. You know that. I thought Onana was going to come in. I thought, you know what? I didn't think he was going to leave because Onana's on what 120 bags a week. I thought you got Senne Lammens, you got Bayendir. He probably looked at that and thought, you know what? I got an opportunity there. Like, all I have to do is just be around and not be too bad. And he's the most experienced keeper by far there. So I thought he might stick around and try and get his spot back, but clearly Abraham was just like, nah, bro, you ain't coming back. And also that stuff about him coming back and wanting a new contract, on top of apparently coming back injured after Abraham gave him specific fitness protocol to follow, and he's still come back injured. Yeah, that's shocking, man. Onana, bro, he's sorted out, mate. But he's gone now, so luckily we don't have to worry about him no more.
I hear. Before we move on, though, yeah.
Zayn, I think you're having some technical difficulties, bro.
Now, for me, I've looked the other way. I'm seeing there's the new addition, the new bomb squad that will be introduced. How?
I was gonna say, I think you're having some technical difficulties. Do you want to just like leave the stream and come back? Because I think it's either lagging for me, or it's just lagging. I think you're getting a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, you're lagging for me as well, so I'm not sure who it is, whether it's me or you.
You leave and come back, and then I'll leave and come back.
All right. I'm back.
Just whilst he's gone, just getting the comments from Ernst. He's been investigated for pretending to be a goalkeeper, so he had to leave for legal reasons. Honestly, this guy is the biggest fraud job I've ever seen. Oh, my green screen's not even fully. Ignore that, guys. There he is. Zayn's back. How's that?
Right.
Last comment before we go back to topic. What do I think about Hannibal?
How's that? Man, it's suffering today.
Yeah, I think the stream's. So what do I think about Hannibal? What a silly question. Hannibal Mesbury, man, bought him for 10 million at the ripe age of 16 years old. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hit the heights we wanted him to hit at Man United. But now you see him soaring at Burnley, tearing it apart. Hannibal Mesbury, man, what a player. What a man. Missed that guy. But yeah, we still have a lot to talk about, guys. A couple of gremlins in the machine. So just apologize about that. But Zayn's getting it sorted and we're sorting it out. He's back and that looks a lot better. Zayn, talk to me. How are we feeling?
How we looking? We're looking all right now, yeah.
That's looking a lot better. Sounding a lot better. Cool. Couple of gremlins in the machine. It happens. Don't worry. It's technical difficulties. You know what I mean? We're in the age of technology. These things can happen, guys. So yeah. Quickly just rounding off on Lammens. Obviously, we got the derby on Sunday. Bayendir has been playing for all of the Premier League games so far this season. Obviously, not been playing very well. I think he's been probably at fault for a goal in every game we've played, and he's like been involved in. So, yeah, like Burnley, for example, they had 2 shots, scored 2 goals. We might as well have run a mannequin and goal, like genuinely. But at the same time, saying that, he's coming in from a new league, this Lammens kid. He's never played in England before. Belgium is a massive, massive, drop off in terms of quality. So is it a gamble playing him?
I think it's a risk worth taking, man. I think if you give him a little shot, like I said, I feel like it's the right game. It's a big game, but I think it's a big game where we actually stand a decent chance. You know what I mean? And I feel like City aren't playing their best football at the moment. Um, and again, like I said, it's not like Bind is absolutely smashing it, and we're going to drop him to bring this lad in. Like the bar is already so low. Everybody just wants to see something new because we've seen too many stinkers from Bind and we've seen far too many stinkers from Onana. So to be honest, I don't think I've looked at both sides of the coin, but in all honesty, in my opinion, I don't think it's that deep, man. I think give him a shot, see what happens. Why not?
So I don't want to talk about that too much because we're going to do a preview video that probably going to hit the waves on Friday for the game against City, for the derby. So I'm not going to leave that. I'll leave that for Friday. But just generally looking ahead at the next 5 games, got a tough run of fixtures, right? It's Etihad next. Then we've got Chelsea at Old Trafford. Then we've got a couple of easier ones. Brentford away, Sunderland at home. Should be looking to get 6 points there. And then a big one. We got an international break then, and then a massive trip to Anfield on the return from that international break. So it's 5 really tough games in which obviously we've got City away, Liverpool away, and Chelsea at home in. I feel more confident than I think I felt in the past maybe 4 or 5 years going into this game against City. I don't know why, but I have a quiet confidence about me where I feel like going into that game, I just feel like the way we play compared to the way they play into our hands. We're a very direct team. And I've got some stats to actually back that up in a second. I'm going to go through them. But the way we play, we like to get the ball back to front quite quickly. We got Mbeumo breaking the lines, making those runs, behind the last line of order defense. We're starting to see some things that are happening every single game, like that switch again from whoever's playing on the left over to Mbeumo on the right. Mbeumo taking it down first touch, trying to get a shot off. Them type of patterns I'm seeing consistently now in Man United style of play, which is something that's obviously exciting. Green shoots, so to say, green flags. Zayn, what do you think going into these next 5 games? What do you think is realistic for us to be looking at in terms of points, wins, loss, draws? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I think it's a tough one to call, man. Like, you never know what Manchester United is going to turn up on any given day, So it depends on what that starting 11 actually want to bring to the table on the day and see what they do. So I think realistically speaking, if we can realistically speaking, 2 points out of the next 2, I wouldn't be mad, you know what I mean? 2 points out of the next 2. Then I want 6 points for the 2 after that. And then hopefully that can lead us into building a bit more form, putting in a decent performance hopefully against City, a decent performance against Chelsea. Um, Hopefully win one of those games, but even the draw in each. And then if you get those 2 wins after that, who knows, man? Again, Liverpool, also, I'm not going to lie, man. I know Liverpool have been finding ways to win games, but they haven't looked that scary. They haven't, they haven't worried me when I've watched them as much as I thought they were going to, considering the number of signings and the transfer window they had. So I'm not that shook, man. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. Like, you think Liverpool away, Anfield, all of that, but I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm not that, like,
I
scared
think I disagree
for
with
that
everything
game.
you just said. Basically,
That's why is that gone then?
I'll explain. So, first of all, you said 2 points in 2 games from our next 2, right? I think for our next 2, we should be getting at least 3 points, at least at the bare minimum. We have to be winning one of them games, right? I think I'll be very happy with 4 points. I'll be extremely happy with 6, obviously, which is probably a little bit, ambitious. But we should be beating Chelsea at home or City away. I think we could do that. I think we can get 3 points at one out of those games, right? At the end of the day, if we're trying to go for Europe, we got to be trying to beat our rivals at home. The Chelsea's, as good as Chelsea are, they haven't looked amazing this season. Like their draw against Fulham, I think we looked probably better than them when we played Fulham. Genuinely think Fulham should have got something out of
I
that
hear
game.
it.
It was down to a couple of bad refereeing decisions. They drew against Palace in their first game, and they didn't look great then either. Cole Palmer's out injured. Like, I think we could get them, and also we're at home. I think like United, especially going into any game at Old Trafford, should be looking to win that game. So, you know, I think we should be trying to beat Chelsea at home. And I think at City away, obviously, if we lose, you know, no one's gonna, you know, it's not the end of the world. City definitely need a win as well. They've been on a bad run of form. But also, because they've been on a bad run of form, why can't we capitalize on that? We did it last season. We capitalized on a bad run of form. We won at the Etihad with a worse team. So going at them this season, I've been watching City. Other than their first game against Wolves, I wasn't really impressed. I haven't really been impressed at all. I think they can get got at. They've got defensive frailties. And I think the way we play as well, they're going to have probably a lot of the ball. But the dynamism in our team and the directness in our attack, I think is perfectly like suited to play in a team like Man City. So let's see. We've got a couple of comments. Should we get into them?
I hear it, man, but I think the key, the word you used there was beginning before that was, realistically speaking. I'm thinking realistically speaking, I would take a draw against the, two top four teams. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'd be happy with 4 points or 6 points would be amazing. But like, just because we seem to turn up against the big teams, at the moment, we're also not putting away goals like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we're creating chances. Yeah, we're doing our thing. But at the same time, we're still not smashing in goals left, right, and center. Um, so yeah, it's a tough one.
Well, let me just get into a couple of these comments.
Right, let's see. We've got quite a few comments here.
I was gonna say, so from the next 5 games, Ernst said 10 points needed. That's a good average. That's a very good average. That's 2 out of 3 points that's top 4 average. So I like that. Bit of pessimism here. I was confident in 2023, but we lost 7-0. Yeah, I hear that. Big switch to Mbeumo caused Liverpool issues, though. You know what? We went to Anfield last season with this system under Amorim, and we should have won that game. We actually outplayed Liverpool at Anfield last season. The fact it was 2-2 is a bit of a travesty. I definitely think we deserved a win out of that game. ME says, wrong guy, sorry. The problem with United is Amorim. Let me explain. In possession, most teams play 3-2-4-1 with 2 centre-backs on the halfway line, I think he meant to say there, with a fullback. That's not a problem. We do the same. The problem is when we're out of possession, he plays 5-2-3, where he should be playing a 4-5-1, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1 on out of possession to have a more solid and compact team to break down. Even if the 4 team exposed Amorim's defensive tactics, you switch to a 4-5-1 or 4-2-3-1, and that solves 90% of United's defensive problems, and then you could drastically quickly win the ball. But to be honest, we should aim for 12 points from the next 15. That's the United way. Anything less, and I'm not a happy man. Oh, strong words. All right, cool. Let me get back into some of these comments, right? So I'm gonna start with the first one. In possession, most teams play a 3-2-4-1, right? Or a 3-2-5. Let's just simplify it there. 2 centre backs on the halfway line and the fullbacks, not a problem. We do the same, yeah. That we do the same. Out of position, he plays a 5-2-3. Now, to be honest, I don't know if that's accurate. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we actually press in a 4-4-2. Sometimes we press with a 5-2-3, but we use the 5 players in the front to create like a little bit of a diamond in midfield, so that we press in like almost a 5-4-1. It's very different. Like, I think especially the way Amorim's trying to get the implement a style of play that these players obviously haven't really done before. It's very easy to look at it and say, you know what, go back to a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-5-1. That's the simple thing. That will solve the problems. We played a 4-5-1 for the past 11 years, for our whole history, Man United have. But especially in the past 12 years when we've been absolutely shit. We played a 4-5-1. We played a 4-2-3-1. The only manager that's ever played a 3 at the back was Ollie. And Ollie was probably the best manager out of the whole bunch that we've had. And he played a 3 at the back. And it especially worked when we played against the big teams. And to be honest, when you look at the 3 at the back system, it works very well when we play against the big teams. The reason why is because we're able to sit back, get compact, and hit them on the break and be a bit more direct. And you know what? Maybe this is a good chance for me to bring in a couple of the stats that I was looking at, right? So let me just share the screen for you.
Yeah, before you get into that, guys, please make sure you're smashing a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Helps us out massively. So yeah, please show the support.
Yeah, guys, make sure you're hitting that subscribe channel, especially if you're new around here. So as you see here, I don't know if you guys see this chart or you can now. Let me go back and just scroll up. So this is the chart for its build-up attacks versus direct attacks, right? As you see, Man United up here, right at the top of that screen. We are not even that we're just a little bit above the closest team to us. We're so far above the closest team to us. We're creating almost, we're creating almost 5 more direct attacks per game, right? Than any other team, than the closest to us. You see how the teams are all bunched up together down here. Man United are right at the top on their own island. That's a clear idea of Amorim and what he's trying to play. This style of play hurts big teams. It hurts teams like City that want to control possession. That's a fact. We've seen it happen a million times. We've seen it happen not just under Amorim, but also under what do you call it? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and even under Ten Hag. When we played Ten Hag and we played in the FA Cup final against City, our probably best performance under Ten Hag. The way he did it was he played his 4 at the back, yeah, but he played 5 midfielders and just packed the midfield and completely just stopped the spaces for City to move, and it worked. So yeah, just to get back to you, like, yeah, when we're out of possession, of course, you know, in transition, I hear that this system does have issues, but every single system has its weaknesses, right? And the better we get at playing the system, the less those weaknesses will become apparent. Give it time, and the system will work out. I don't think the system is the issue, genuinely. I think this is a very tactically flexible system. And I think Amorim is a smart guy, and he knows what he's trying to do. So let him try and do it, and let's see if it's good enough or not. Simple as. Simple as. Zayn, what do you think? Sorry, a bit of tactical ramble there.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you in terms of the system side of things. You know, as everybody who probably follows any of our stuff or speaks to me about football, they know fully Amorim in, you know, completely back in Amorim here, man. Like, I believe in this, believe in the system, believe in the style. I've seen some, you know, I feel like I've slowly started to see a little bit more of where it's intended to be. Simply just due to the way we've been playing from the beginning of the season, especially. I don't, yeah, like I said, I've never thought that's the issue. So I'm, you know, just being patient, I guess, wait and see where we actually get to with it, see how we get on over the next, you know, like I said, we looked at the next 5 games here that we got coming, and I think I mentioned this to you slightly earlier. It's the trauma of last season, which is what makes me doubt myself in terms of what I think will come of these next 5 games. So I want to be sat here saying that I feel like, yeah, you know, we've seen what the system is providing us with. We've seen what's going on. We've seen the improvement. We've seen the nice patterns of play. We've seen that more directness. We've seen us creating chances, all of that. And I am confident, you know, I am confident, but at the same time, I feel like the trauma of last season just has you in that place where you just think, man, like, I can't trust these players, man. You know,
You know what? Let me
you
add
just
a
never
couple more
know
things.
what
Add
they
some
sometimes
confidence.
turn up.
Might give you some more confidence, Zayn.
Huh?
Right. Let me tell you some more stats. I might give you a little bit more confidence, a little bit more. Right. So,
Man, let me listen.
since the start of the season, right, Man United have had the highest expected goals in the league. We're top for expected goals, right? We're top for most touches in the opposition box, right? We're also top for the most shots, and second top for shots on target. On top of that, like I said, we're the most direct team in the league by far, not even close. And you want to know who's made the most runs breaking the line? The most runs that break the last line of defense in the league since the Premier League started. Do you know who that is, brother? It's brother Brian and Boomer. There is a clear tactical pattern that Amorim is trying to implement here. And this is a green flag. We're seeing clear indications as to what he's trying to do. Stats don't tell you everything. But when you take stats into account, especially multiple different stats that align together, like, for example, us being the most direct team, on top of that, Brian and Boomer being the person making the most direct runs, that's the type of stuff that you start to see and you start to put together and you start to think, you know what? There's something happening here. As you say, Amorim's cooking. Something's happening. You know what I'm trying to say? Guys, by the way, we've got 7 people watching. If you'd like to like, subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. It's the United Front here. We're going to be obviously following the games. There's going to be a lot of reaction from the derby on Sunday as well. We might even be together, me and Zayn, after the game. So we might even drop some content and stuff. Well, we will definitely drop some content, but you know, the orientation of that is yet to be decided. But anyway, yeah, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe. It means a lot for us. Also, make sure you hit all the socials. It's at Zayn's Front. It's on Instagram now. So make sure you go and give a follow for Zayn and Zayn's Front. Should big him up. I'm at Cowley's Finest on Instagram. At UtdFront on TikTok. At UtdFront on Instagram. And obviously at UtdFront pretty much everywhere else. But yeah. So let's just
get in the comments. Get in the comments also. Let us know what you think in the comments. But yeah, sorry, go on then. So
in the comments we got brother ME is talking. He's talking. I like it. In our banner, he is saying before, even in our banner era, we've achieved a lot. He's saying the attack with the problem is when we're out of possession. I hear it. When we're out of possession in transition, it can be a bit of a problem, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So I've loved football since '91. Everyone's got different opinions and views. If we all thought the same, we'd be boring. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Every United fan's got a different view as well. That's a good thing about supporting United.
I hear that. 100%, man.
Things I honestly think we beat City. They got a few injuries at the minute. Chelsea will be a difficult test, but I hope Palmer isn't fit. But I can see Garnacho getting the winner. Just our luck. Bro, if Garnacho gets the winner,
I've been saying that.
I swear to God, if Garnacho gets the winner, you might see a pitch invasion. I might have to just jump on the pitch because I'm literally right there. I'm like 2 rows. I sit like 2 rows out Old Trafford, both of us. Bro, you might see a pitch invasion from me. Honestly, you might have to hold me back.
I can't do it, man. And you know he will celebrate as well. You know he was celebrating that little rat, bro. You know,
such a little rat. You know,
start putting a little gritty on us and that. You know, I really let us know.
I hope Casemiro nails him. I hope he gets absolutely nailed, battered by Harry Maguire, bro. Just 2 foot, yeah, like not a serious injury or nothing, but just.
Nah, we need Lisandro Martinez just filthy tackle on him, bro. Something like that.
Yeah, dirty one. Honestly, Casemiro will better leave a mark on him, man. Will be interesting to see what we send them defensive side stats. Yeah, I think the stats are nice, but like as the season goes on, the real stats will start to come out. Do you know what I mean? You'll have a bigger sample size. You'll start to see patterns. But also, bro, the main stats as well, people forget, is the eye test, man. You can watch this team right now, and you can't tell me that when you're watching this team, we're not better than we were. Like we're straight away better. Like I saw some of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life from Manchester United last season. Like in my life, genuinely. And I was almost getting desensitized to it because every week it was worse. Every week we're hitting new lows. But like, if any one of them games would have happened any other season, that's a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? But it was just happening every week. We're hitting a new low. But yeah.
I hear that, man.
Some positive.
It's tough, man. Being United fans it's tough on the soul, man. You know, it takes a lot out of you, man. But
so his team to face City is Lammens, Amad, Yoro, Delict, Maguire, Dorgu, Cass, Mainu, Bruno, and Boomer, Sesko. Yeah.
You know what?
Be
Just
there.
on that, Sesko. It just reminded me, Sesko. Are you starting Sesko this weekend if Cunha is not fit to start?
I don't know.
There's a discussion I've heard a lot over the last, few days, obviously leading up towards the end of the international break now. A lot of people talking. They're thinking, surely this is the game you start your big striker now.
I think it is a good time to start him at the end of the day. Like, bro, he's had a while now. He's just been off onto international break. But to be fair, it's not like he's had these 2 weeks getting, more fit even, or getting like, more of Amram's tactics or whatever. Maybe start Xerxes. Like, I think Xerxes' little cameo in the last game was probably better than what Sesko shown like in all of his games so far.
Yeah, I hear that. To be honest, I thought he looked a bit raw building up, you know what I mean? But
I mean, he just
I
needs a
don't
little
think he's
bit
quite
of
ready.
he needs some minutes. I think Xerxes turns up for a game against City.
I
It'll
hear
be
that.
good as well because Xerxes got like he can keep the ball well, and we're not gonna have a lot of the ball. I don't think so. When we have it, we need to make use of it. I'd personally start Xerxes. I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You see this one here, this is another comment from Emmys and said, did you see the control from Sesko the other night, bro? Looked like the Bundesliga logo. Facts, bro. Man had his leg literally just up there, bro.
Or is that on
Sick
international duty?
control, man. Yeah, yeah. I just saw a clip of it. I was like, you know what, fair play, man. This guy's he's an absolute athlete, man.
Honestly, I just switch off when it comes to international break, man. I just completely don't get involved. I'm not interested. Like, I don't even go on like Twitter or like I barely look at any
Yeah.
football content. Like I just
Nah,
watch.
man, you gotta look at the United players, man. The United watch, you know what I'm saying? See how
You
they're
know what?
getting
I
on.
used to, but I just don't care, bro. Like international break, I just think international football is such a low standard. Like I
I
don't
hear that. I
rate
hear
it.
that.
Like I just don't rate it. I rate the tournaments,
Yeah.
obviously, but even the tournaments, like they're lit. But I'm all about club football, man. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie to the people, man. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I watch international. You know what? I hear that though on Twitter. Even on Twitter, I don't even engage. I really just completely try and forget about football. It hurts. It's always a painful 2 weeks, but I just
I
try and
hear that,
ignore it.
man.
But yeah, just I think maybe starting. Let's see. Like I said, guys, get involved in the chat and comments. Let us know. Looking what he did come out and say he's adjusting to the league and he needs to get more physical. And looking at what Amorim has done with his previous new rivals, seems to start them on the third match. Xerxes reminds me of Berber. Can you remember his first touches as Xerxes? That's what I'm saying. I completely agree. I think Xerxes might be a good option for a game against City because he can hold the ball up well. Maybe start Xerxes and Sesko.
I thought you were starting both. That's what I was thinking. If you
Maybe
put
start
Xerxes in on the left and
Xerxes,
Cisco
Sesko,
as the 9,
maybe Kobe and Mount in midfield, or Cassie and Mount in midfield, maybe, or
Bruno, man.
maybe push Bruno up.
If you're starting
Oh no, you can't
Xerxes
obviously.
and Cisco, how many
Xerxes,
players do you think they got,
Bruno.
bro?
Oh yeah, true. Options, man. It's good. What do you want to see?
It's good. It's good we got the options, but yeah, I know what I like, man. You know me, man. I'm a number one Xerxes fan, man. I love seeing Xerxes play, man. That guy is he's just such a sick baller, man. So, and I liked how he came back after being injured for so long. And I'm not like, I can tell he's a little bit rusty, but man, he was still balling out, man. Like, Xerxes looks good, man.
I'd play him. I'd play Xerxes. I think I'd go Xerxes in Bumo and Bruno in the front three, and then I'd go Casemiro.
Probably. We'll probably go Casemiro Ugarte personally, but
Thing
it'd
is,
probably go
Casemiro
me.
Kobe, there's not enough legs in there, man. Like I'd
Yeah,
maybe
I hear
play
that.
Ugarte and Cassie, or Ugarte and
He's not
Kobe.
really rating Ugarte at the minute, though. If you notice, he's not really rating Ugarte at all.
Yeah, because he stinks, bruv.
He's had a few like real bad moments. You know what I'm saying? He's had a few bad
his
moments.
last 3 or 4 performances have been stinky, bruv.
Thing is, he's got it in him though in a game like this to just be that monster, just winning the ball back because he can win a lot of duels. He can win possession a lot of the time. So
Mount, I forgot Mount was injured, but yeah, Mount's injured, so he probably won't even start. So yeah, you
yeah,
really
now, yeah, I was gonna say
you might
Mount's
have
not
to
in.
start Ugarte, man. Because in a game like that, you want to have two midfielders that are a bit more defensive. But at the same time,
100%.
you do want to be able to progress the ball from midfield. Casemiro can do that, but Ugarte can't really, and Ugarte stinks as well, man. He hasn't had a good start to the season. I
He's
personally,
hit and miss. That's the thing. He's very hit and miss. You don't know. Again, just in general, he fits that old school United where you don't know what you're going to get out of any given player at any given moment in any given game. You don't know what you're going to get. Ugarte could come in against City and have the game of his life. You know what I'm saying? Just win the ball back repeatedly, bro, and let the rest of the boys handle the business and hopefully get some goals. Or he can come out and pull like what he did toward the end of last season against West Ham, where he just got tackled, flopped on the floor, didn't get up, and then we went and conceded. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you never know, man.
yeah, I don't know, man. I think I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Like we'll preview the game against City. Like I said, we've got a video coming out on Friday previewing the game against City. So we'll discuss that a little bit further then. I just wanted to also, before we, ended it, wanted to touch on just quickly. Goalkeeper, obviously, we've got Lammens in, Bayindir in. Is Onana ever coming back? Do you think we sell him? Is he gone? Has he played his last game for Man United?
I think he's done. I think he's done.
No
Amram
chance.
seems very key on characters. I think the fact that after the stinkers that Onana has been repeatedly putting in, and then he comes back and he's asking for more money because he's not getting his Champions League money. That same Champions League that he got knocked out of. Do you know what I mean? Like Onana, not Onana, sorry. Amram seems really, really big on getting every single, you know what I mean, every single bad egg out. You know what I mean? Every single, I can't even lie. That comments killed me, bro.
Yeah, that comment is so funny. I don't even want to say it. But I said
But
Onana couldn't catch an STD from a one actress, adult actress that everybody knows.
yeah,
That goes
man.
by a color
That's so wild, man. It's a
and
wild
rhymes
comment.
with Hobby Sue. But yeah, man, that stinks, bro. Bro,
But yeah,
apparently
I think.
I was thinking
Go
of
on.
Nana, bro. I was worried he wasn't going to be able to catch his flight, bro. To Turkey, bro. That's a proper dad one, and that's a proper dad
Yeah,
joke.
man. Nah, man. But like I said, I think he's played his last game, man. I don't really see him coming back. I think the best we get out of him is some preseason games next year, maybe or something. While we're looking to sell him on, if we're not getting a sale, but hopefully he can go smash it out in Turkey and you know what I mean, get himself a permanent move.
Cool. Well, I hope that I don't see that face again. Oh no, I just wanted to have a quick little rant at you before you go, bro. You've let us down, bro. You've let us Africans down. You've let us black goalkeepers, black people down. All the mediocre work that Shaka Hislop did, you've destroyed it. I just want you to know, yeah, that you didn't pave the way for black people. You helped destroy the way for black goalkeepers specifically. Yeah, because I never want to see
Oh,
a
I'm not
black
gonna
goalkeeper at
lie,
Man
man.
United ever again, bro. Yeah, and
Take
that's
it
because of
easy,
you,
man.
bro. No, that's
Take it
because of you,
easy,
Onana.
man.
I'm sick
This
of
was
it.
I want to watch for the season, bro. What are you talking
Bro, you know
about?
what it is, yeah? I wanted you to work out so bad, you know that? Yeah? I'll see you come through with the high top, African keeper and that. I see you good with the feet. I was like, yo, this guy, man, he might be the one. But you weren't the one, bro.
Yeah.
You flattered to the sea, fam. You never gave what you did for Inter. You never showed that at United, ever. Yeah, you come here and started being like, what did he say at the beginning of last season? He was like, oh, if United fans are worried now, what is it? What did he say? They should be more worried because I'm going to do even more next season. Now look at you. Trabzonspor, bro. Where you deserve to be. Stinky guy, bro. But yeah, anyway, guys, we're probably going to leave it there. That's another
Let's end the
episode.
video there, man. What's going on, Cowley, man?
Bro, I'm just upset, man. I'm really sad that it didn't work out for Onana, man. I really
I
want him
hear it,
to
man. I hear it.
succeed. And
I think
also,
we all wanted it to work out.
he just pulled the wool over my eyes, man. Stinky guy, bro. Proper stinky guy. But yeah, guys, honestly,
I
if
hear
you
it.
enjoyed today's pod, don't worry, because we will be back in a couple of days. We'll be back on Friday to preview the weekend. We'll look at the weekend. You know what? We can even add some extra elements. I was thinking, guys, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. I was thinking of adding some extra elements to our little game previews. Maybe it doesn't have to be completely about United. It could be a little bit of an FPL, maybe preview or something like that. But let us know in the chat in the comments, guys. Obviously, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Give us a like on the video as well. Make sure you've liked it. And yeah, we'll be back real soon. Zayn, you want to say anything before we leave?
No, man. That's me till Friday, man. We'll catch you for the preview, and we'll see. Looking forward to seeing your predicted 11 or your preferred 11, let's say, and we'll see where we go from there.
All right,
Where we
cool.
go from there.
Peace, guys. See you on the next one.
All right. Easy.
Easy.